Greetings everyone, and for today's video I'm testing the last game in this franchise, Halo Infinite. Now quickly going through the settings, you can see that all graphical options are maxed out, but I disabled few post-processing effects such as blur, screen shake and sharpening. Now I also tested async compute, but it really didn't make much of a difference. At first I thought maybe it gave a little bit better frame rate consistency, but after few tests it really normalized out, so overall it really didn't make any difference. And with it disabled, the average FPS is few percent higher, so I disabled that. For other GPUs, maybe for AMD GPUs, it might be a little bit different story. But for my GPU, it's better to disable it. Now it's been a while since I finished this game, so apologies for bad gameplay. I was a little bit rusty. So since Infinite doesn't offer any chapter selection, I decided to raid a random outpost. And starting a new game spawns you inside a starship, and it really inflates the FPS compared to open world scenario. So it really doesn't represent what you get for the most of the game. And you have to play like 2 to 3 hours before getting to open world scenario. Now while the gameplay is running, I would like to talk a little bit about the gameplay and overall about this game. So first of all, the good. The best aspect of this game is obviously the gameplay. The mechanics and shooting are really fun. I think the grappling was great addition to the game, which really improved the gameplay section. Especially paired with my favorite gun, which is Mangler, which I found it to be the most useful as well, and I used it pretty much all the way through whole game, with few exceptions in few levels. And this is where its most compelling points are starting to end, so I'm starting with not so great aspects. For example, I just spoke about my favorite gun, which is Mangler, and base guns has upgraded versions which you can unlock exploring through the map. But there's an issue here, which is you can only restock its ammo for upgraded guns on specialized ammo storages, and you cannot restock from old base guns which are dropped from other NPCs. So basically you are limited to specialized ammo boxes for restock, which greatly reduces its usability. So I unlocked the upgraded version of Mangler, but when I found out this, I actually went back to the original version of it. So it really became kinda pointless to me. Now the other point which I wanted to talk, which is the story. So without the spoilers, I just wanted to say that it's okay. It's not great, it's not bad, it's okay, I'd say. There is a side character which is the pilot, and I find him to be a little bit annoying. I know there are people who would like to argue with me that he's in a realistic scenario and he is justified to behave as he did. But anyways, I don't know, it was a little bit annoying for me. And that's where the most positive points of this game are starting to end. So I would like to mention few things which I didn't like. So with Halo Infinite, they introduced open world aspect, which I don't mind. It's a little bit similar to Far Cry series, but its implementation, it's not great either. The first thing about it which sticks out as a sore thumb is the repetitiveness of environments. So Forerunner tunnels and the nature in open world areas are really the same. They haven't used any variation of that. So you will see throughout the whole game, same tunnels, same trees, same grass. It's just the same stuff for, I don't know, 15 hours or how long that game is, but it's really repetitive and it gets boring really fast. Also, as I mentioned, specialized gun variations, the exploration in general is not appealing enough. Once I got my shields and grappling hook upgraded to the max, I just lost the interest in additional exploration because other skills and unlocks are just not worth it. And the last bad thing that I wanted to mention is the bad level design. I'm honestly surprised how bad it is. It's like they saw the first game, library level, and they thought, you know what, we're going for this kind of level. So they went with that. Additionally, when you went through the Forerunner tunnels, they used the same cliche. You have to use 3 keys to unlock the door. You have to unlock with 4 keys to unlock the door. It's just so outdated, I don't know how to describe it. I haven't seen this kind of level design in years. So I don't know what they were thinking about that. But it's probably one of the worst things about this game, at least in my opinion. Remember, everything I say in here is my opinion, so feel free to disagree with me. Also, I wanted to mention that the mini bosses of this game are super frustrating, especially that bosses guy with the big hammer. I was playing on medium difficulty and I had hard time with it. So to beat it, I resolved it to cheesing it around that pillar thing in the middle of the room with a tiny window. And cheesing it, I don't think it makes a good boss fight. It felt a little bit cheap, and on top of that, very frustrating. So overall, what do I think about this game? Well, I think it's fine. I would give it 6 out of 10, but with such good gameplay mechanics, I would bump it to 7 out of 10. But no more, definitely. So hopefully they will improve with the next Halo game, but with recent development issues, I'm not really sure about that. But hopefully they will get the next Halo game. So at this point I have tested basically every single Halo game that there is for PC, and I will find new franchise to test. This is it for Halo franchise, at least for now. So I think, thank you very much for watching, as always, and see you next time. So bye bye for now.
But at least there'll be no more prisoners processed here.